Hello everybody, it's Joanna here, Joanna the Medium. Thank you so much for tuning in. These are going to be your general readings for the month of April 2017. And just like before, I have a slight change again in the way I did it. And Spirit keeps me on my toes. And I just think it's exciting that every month they ask me to do something different. So I think you'll enjoy it because I'm actually separating the reading into different categories. So what I have done in this month of April, I am using only major arcana cards as the overall energy for the month, and then I'm also using the chakra cards to see what chakra will be affected in April. For the remaining of the reading, I have separated them into three categories: love, relationships, money, career, and health. And then I'm using my soul cards so that you can get a feeling of what you get, which you guys really liked last time. And then I give you my interpretation. Now, the month of April seems to be interesting. I actually did the readings over three weeks or so I don't remember all of them. They tend to be a little bit longer this month than last month, and I'm not sure why that's happening. So I'm going to try to keep a lid on it, because sometimes if they get too long, then it gets a little bit boring. But what I wanted to say is this: if some information doesn't relate to you to relationships, maybe the information will connect with you with regards to money or health. So that's why I separated them, because lots of people want to hear different categories, and having them separated, I thought it was actually a great idea when my guide decided that we should do this. And I think next month I'm going to be using different cards again. So I'm keeping it interesting, and I hope you like all the different ways that I do this. It's different and it's kind of exciting, and you never know what to expect. So it certainly keeps me on my toes, and I hope that you enjoy it. I don't think there's anything else other than please tune into my radio show. If you would like to go and to my website and sign up for the newsletter, I will be sending out information with the show dates and also when free readings will take place. So go ahead, sign up, and I will send that to you. And I think that's all I have. So I hope you enjoy them. And of course, please, if you would like a private reading, you can check with me. That information is down below for you. And those are general readings here. So they will not apply to all of you, but they will apply to those who are meant to hear it. And without further ado, also please check out Vimeo videos if you would like for more extended readings. And I think that's all I have. See you in May. Enjoy April, and talk to you soon. Without further ado, let's get going. Hello, sign of Aries. This is going to be a reading for the month of April 2017. I can't believe it's April. I have my 5 cards face down, and let's see what we have. So when I was meditating on you and shuffling cards, what I kept hearing is stagnant and inconsistent thoughts regarding regarding yourself. And this was to do with you, how you feel about yourself. So for those of you who understand this, there seems to be some challenges around you with regards to you having inconsistent thoughts about how you feel about yourself in relation to the rest of the world. Now, the word stagnant to me signifies that you are stuck. You are stuck in a rut, and this stuck in a rut is your own personal story. It's almost what I see is you know that whole idea when we are in the mud and it's very difficult to walk. That's kind of what I see. And even though you're trying to make steps, it's like just kind of not moving very far. So that's going to apply to some of you. Definite struggle with self-worth and self-esteem. So that's what I picked up. Now, the overall energy that is represented with a card is the Major Arcana card number 12. Okay, so this is, I believe, Hanged Man. It says sacrifice, but it was shown to me in reverse. Okay, so this is in reverse. Sorry, this is upright. It was shown to me in reverse. So I'm actually going to ask what this represents, because as you guys know, for those of you who know me a little bit, I don't read cards in a traditional way. I have no clue. I can't, it's like I can't learn. It's like there's a block here that prevents me from learning. Clearly it's not supposed to be one of my gifts. So I use cards very differently. That's interesting, because I heard the words, don't pretend to be a hero. What do you mean? Stop trying to help everybody. Instead, try to help yourself first. So this is very interesting. Let me see if you can give me a little bit more information. The energy of this card for the month of April seems to be around, I actually hear the word self-punishment. Very interesting. So we will see how this connects with each of the other areas, but there definitely seems to be some challenges with pulling yourself out of a rut, which is actually what I talked about earlier. And the number 8 is being shown to me, which signifies, aside from the fact that it's August, it signifies to me, it's power. It is aspect of ourselves that is powerful, that is solid, fundamentally strong. So there's an energy of challenges around this with you. And what I'm hearing is, it's not about the others, it is about you. So for some of you, and I know this is about overall energy, but I actually, and I'm gonna apologize for saying this, because I don't like saying that, but I actually hear the words, stop being a victim. Stop being a victim. And then I hear the word judge. So this is, even though this is representative of the month of April, I feel like this has been going on with you for quite some time. And what they're saying to me is that in the month of April, there is, and I hear the word resistance. Boy, some of you are resistant to change. Well, sometimes that's the way it goes, right? The month of April is going to offer you some possibilities to break that cycle, or break away from that mentality. And obviously this is not going to apply to everybody, clearly, but there is an element of this that I feel a lot of you will resonate with if you are honest with yourself. And the very first step to transformation is being able to look within and acknowledge things we don't want to acknowledge. That is the very first step towards healing and transformation. Because we can't transform something we are trying to reject. It's fundamentally not possible. Okay? So, month of April is going to offer you something. And let's just see where the cards go. This is very interesting. And I'm noticing that each reading for each sign in the month of April is very different. And the flow is very different. The energy is very different. The messages are obviously very different. But each one has a bit of an interesting twist. So that's the overall energy. The card that represents what chakra to focus on, we have kind of felt that was going to be the case based on this card. So focus on your first chakra. There is some fundamental challenges in your life, and they're stemming from your first chakra. And I hear the word value. How you value yourself, how you see yourself, how you relate to the world based on how you judge yourself, and also how you judge others based on how you feel about yourself. And there's definite feeling here. Another sign got this as an overall energy. There's a definite feeling here of lack. L-A-C-K. L-A-C-K. Lack. Financially, lack in love, lack in other areas, lack in mental clarity, lack in peace, inner peace. There's definitely an element of lack here. But so because it's being shown as the challenge area, I would suggest that you look at your beliefs about the world and your beliefs about yourself with regards to the world. In other words, how do you feel about yourself and how do you relate to the world? What kind of judgments do you have about others and yourself? And that will tell you a very deep story, a story of your beliefs, which for the most part we are not aware of. We can only become aware of it by looking at how we do things or our behaviors. Okay, so it's a bit of a backpedaling to find out the root cause, which first chakra is also the root chakra. So definite focus here on your first chakra, and finances are being underlined. So for some of you, there is definitely a struggle with finances or something around money or safety and security, which security and money, well, go hand in hand. And this isn't prediction that that's what's going to happen in the month of April. But what it is saying is that in the month of April, you might feel this a little bit more pronounced. And therefore, it would be a good idea for you to look at this and see where it stems from, right? And that's why they said stop being a victim, because if you have a fundamental belief that you have no power and you have no confidence and you are not very much, the world will keep happening to you and you feeling like you are a victim of its circumstances. And in actuality, the reverse is true for the most part. Okay, so I'm going to stop rambling because that's getting a little bit deep, and well, I actually like getting pretty deep. So the next card is representative of love and relationships. So again, I'm going to hold the card, see what comes up for you. Interesting. Oh my God, I love these cards. See what comes up for you. And then I'm going to tell you what I feel. Right away, when I see the card, I hear the word abyss. And I don't know what abyss means to you. I don't really use that word, but to me, abyss means this vastness of not knowing what is. So it's not a very comfortable place, especially for someone who is not very secure. When I look at this card, if you notice here that there's a lot of red, see? Now, I will see this card in one reading and get a different interpretation than in another reading. So it's interesting with these cards. I get different things depending on what it is that I'm connecting to, or who it is that I'm connecting to. So when I look at this card, aside from the fact that I hear the word abyss, I actually hear the words let yourself go. Let yourself go. Some of you have been very guarded when it comes to relationships because you're afraid of getting lost in the abyss, whatever the abyss may mean to you. And it feels scary. And because this is connecting to relationships, for those of you who are, whether you're single or you are partnered with somebody long-term or short-term, makes no difference. There is definitely a feeling here of you, whoever you are, holding yourself back, particularly in close relationships. Now, this could be romantic, this could be friendship, this could be family, but I am being drawn more towards the romantic kind at this point. Why have you been guarded? I'm asking. Well, again, they're saying to me, it is because of what has transpired in their first chakra or around that energy. So whatever you have experienced, more likely than not in your childhood growing up, with regards to feeling safe and secure around people or in relationships, that is fundamentally blocking or preventing you from being fully open. Okay. Now, for those of you who are in relationships, this is for you. There is going to be a definite pattern if you look back and notice that a lot of the challenges in your relationships or in your current relationship stems from the fact that you are very guarded. Now, being guarded is all about not trusting. Why don't we trust? Well, we don't trust because at some point our trust has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Compromised. And when I say this, I have this pain in my heart. So definitely for some of you, you have had your heart broken. Most people have. But I'm talking when you were young. This is a fundamental emotional pain or scar that is blocking you from being fully open or from being trusting and therefore for being open. Okay? So in the month of April, there's a potential for you to recognize some of those patterns. Again, stop being a victim. Because, well, maybe you hear this and you're going to start to think, or maybe you will begin the process of healing, and possibly for some of you for the first time. Okay. I also hear the word recognition. For some of you, you are going to start recognize certain things about you and your behavior that you didn't have awareness of before. Because whether you were not ready, you had no access, you didn't know how, whatever the circumstances, sometimes we have to go through a certain set of circumstances and we cannot have the awareness because we need to go through whatever we need to go through. And then when we are ready on the deeper level, sometimes we say are ready, but there is a part of us that says, we're not ready. So for whatever reason, April seems to bring an energy of flow with regards to you being able to understand yourself much more deeply. Now, I'm connecting to some of you who feel very, very sad. There is an incredible sadness in my heart. And it has to do with feeling abandoned. Okay? And I just got chills. So if you have felt abandoned or were abandoned, whether you were or not, it doesn't make a difference. It's what you felt that makes the imprint. If you have felt abandoned when you were a child, well, that is your first and second chakra right there. And if you have felt abandoned, you will more likely than not feel the world is not safe. If you feel the world is not safe, you will not trust your world, and then you will do this. Okay, so if some of you are feeling or still carry feelings of abandonment from your past, it is almost certainly going to express itself in your relationship, or it's already happening in your current relationships and definitely in your past relationships. So please take a look at your relationships and ask yourself the question, how am I contributing, or how have I contributed to my problems or the problems in a relationship? And if there's very few of you that will say, I didn't contribute, it wasn't me, and it's actually the case. It is never just about the other person. I don't care how much somebody convinces me, it simply is not. Even if you're looking from a bigger perspective, we attract people based on what we believe. So that in itself is about us. So I'm not saying here because I'm saying you're at fault. I'm saying you might want to look deeper into your consciousness or subconsciousness and recognize some patterns, and then notice where these patterns come from by backtracking what happened and what you have felt when you were very young. Okay? For some of you, this is going to be around the age of 6 or 7, or between the age of 5 and 7. I keep hearing the word boy, so obviously it's going to connect to a boy or a woman. Most of YouTube watchers for these type of things are women, but I do have male viewers as well, so it's definitely going to connect to some of my male viewers for sure. It's going to connect to a human being, period. So that is on relationship, and I'm going to keep going because I'm already going way too past the time limit. But there's a healing here that is possible in the month of April. Okay. Now, the next card is all about money and possessions and career. So look at the card again. See what you get, and then I'm going to interpret. When I look at this card, I hear the words hard work. Now, this particular gentleman or woman, looks like a gentleman, he's climbing, and it seems to be an arduous labor. Okay? Some of you actually might be working underground, and that may be the case. There is an element here of stuckness and not knowing what to do. Again, first chakra, okay? Or connected to first chakra. There's also a sense of stuckness because of your sense of your own value. And I hear that needs to change. So the messages this month are all about beliefs and self-concepts. And we make our world happen based on our concept of ourselves and our beliefs. So that's why this is being given to you. Stop trying so hard to please other people. Again, similar message to the very beginning. Find peace within yourself so that others can help you, and let others help you. If you are one of those individuals that feels the whole world is on your shoulders, but there is no one else to help you, again, you might want to look at why you feel this way and why you have that belief. Again, we're not born with these beliefs. And even if they stem from different lifetimes, and yes, we do work out some energy from other lifetimes, absolutely. But in my experience of doing past life regression for 15 years, it is always stemming from this lifetime, or at least something in this lifetime had to trigger it to life. So it is in this environment, absolutely. I hear the words hardworking father. So for some of you, maybe you had a very hardworking father. Maybe your father was a laborer, and you feel that, you don't deserve more than what he had. And that is causing you to be stuck in your job. So that's a fundamental belief. And then I hear the words cry if you have to. So some of you, and I know this is talking about work and money, but some of you, I literally feel like you are stuck at work. So clearly this is not going to apply to all of you, clearly, but it is going to apply to some of you. If you are stuck, do something about it. And I don't mean to be crass, but that is the message that's coming forward. If you are unhappy, if you are stuck, then do something about it. And then I hear the words, I can't. And then I'm hearing, why not? And then I hear, because I don't know how. So maybe some of you don't know how to be unstuck. And that's very reasonable, and that's fair. That's why they're saying, allow yourself to have others help you. If you cannot ask for help, nobody will jump in, or you will reject them. So interesting message around work. And this is going to be for those of you who are struggling financially or struggling at work. And this message is not going to apply for those of you who are in a great career and just love what you do and get paid well. This is not for you. Thank God. That's not your problem. That's not one of your problems or challenges. Take care of your physical body, but always remember who you are inside. I need to ask more clarity for this. What does that mean? They're saying that you pay a lot of attention to the way you look, but you don't pay nearly as much attention to that inside of you or to the way you feel. So again, it's about looking in order to belong, perhaps, but what's inside is a different story. So there seems to be, this is all about work. If you're struggling at work, if you're struggling with money, if you feel your work is arduous and you absolutely can't stand it, if you are feeling stuck in a career, if you feel like you are in a rut, if you feel like money comes and goes, if you feel money is not coming, examine your beliefs. First chakra, very important. Again, month of April offers, April-May offers a lot of opportunities for healing, but I also hear the word resistant. Whoever you are, you're resistant, and you are set on being a bit of a victim. And again, I don't mean to be crass by saying this. Somebody said this to me a long time ago, actually not that long, and I got, my feathers got ruffled, and I got a little bit, went to my head, and all kind of stuff came up. But then I realized after a long contemplation that yes, I was in fact a victim, and it was modeled to me, and that's all I knew. And I didn't have awareness of it being there. It was just me, and that's all I did. So somebody said this to me once, and it ruffled my feathers, yes. But then it helped me understand myself, and that's when the turning started to happen. So I'm saying this to you with absolute love for you, and hoping that you will take it as a piece of information that has the potential to profoundly change your existence going forward. Okay? Now let's move on to health. So again, I'm going to hold the cards and see what you get, and then I'll tell you my interpretation. Again, I hear let yourself be supported. Let yourself be supported. I am being taken to someone's neck, okay? Whether you have problems here, thyroid, neck, vocal cords, something here is needs a bit of tune-up. If you are struggling with something physical here, could also be emotional, that is causing physical problems. Let yourself be supported. It's very important. They're saying to me to tell you that month of April, for those of you regarding health, is, say it again, please. The month of April is a brand new beginning. So for those of you who have been struggling with your health, there seems to be a brand new beginning in the month of April. There seems to be some kind of a breakthrough. So the first thing I was connected was to someone's throat. Then I'm connecting to somebody's leg. Somebody that has a broken leg or had a broken leg and it hasn't healed properly. And I'm actually seeing screws going in. Some of you, it could be knee, but I feel it knee down. Could it be higher up? Yes, but I'm being more directed to knee down. So that's going to be predominantly the message for most of you. And something about a breakthrough. Some of you are on the verge of getting new medication, or new medication is being approved. New medicine, something new is coming for you, or there is something on the horizon which is going to give you hope for a new beginning. So this seems like not just a broken bone. This seems like it's probably a disease that has progressed for, it's progressed. And for some of you, I hear the word lupus, which is interesting because I don't know anything about it. I do believe that it's an autoimmune condition, and I don't know if there's drugs for that or not. I don't know, but I heard that word very specifically. I hear the word blood donor, and you're the second sign who I got this message for. And I hear that you are being encouraged to give blood. I'm going to leave that with you. If that resonates with you, great. If doesn't, throw it in the garbage. Is there anything else? Month of April, again, offers improvement around your health. I'm still feeling something around my jaws and my neck. So some of you are dealing with something going on here. Could also be heart and lungs, but it is being shown to me a little bit higher up. I'm actually feeling tonsils here. So some of you, maybe you have some issues with tonsils. I don't know what that would be, but just kind of leave it there for those of you who are meant to hear this. And then I hear help is on the way. So some of you have been getting a headache about a condition you don't understand, or something that is having difficulty being diagnosed. And I'm hearing the words, health is on the way. Some of you I see stepping on the scale, and I see the number 270 pounds. And obviously it's not going to apply to all of you, clearly. And I'm seeing this as a female, could be a male, but I'm being more connected to a female. And the message here is, the scale says you weigh this much. You need to start taking care of yourself, okay? Some of you need to develop better eating habits, and this could be connected to the scale message. And I think that's all I have. There's one more component. For those of you who are struggling with weight, there is an element of emotional eating. You need to understand your emotions, and you need to understand why you are eating, as far as what is the emotion you're trying to soothe. Because unless you understand what that is, it's going to be very hard for you to break the pattern. Okay, you will try and try and try, you'll succeed, and then it comes back. Succeed. It's like cutting weed from above ground. If you cannot get rid of the roots, the weed is always going to come back. That's the analogy that's being given. And I think that's all I have. I hope this was helpful. If you would like to comment, please do. I love seeing and reading your comments. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for sharing, and subscribing. Of course, if you would like a private message, that information is down below for you. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful month of April, and I look forward to seeing you in May. Take care.